You know, we have no idea the condition that we're in, the psychoneurosis that we suffer. We suffer a terrible, terrible blight. We don't know who we are. We use European names, and we just are comfortable with our condition. We really don't know who we are. We have no idea. We're captive. And we absolutely comfortable in this situation.
Her unconsciousness will have an effect on you. I deal with the imprint that the female has upon the child in the womb. Say, for instance, your mother, if she had no knowledge of herself, okay, the first law is to know oneself. Another law is to know one's enemy. Okay, if you have a female who has not knowledge of herself, okay, this is going to affect whatever she carries in her womb, because she's been given the power to create in her own likeness after her own kind. And then she has 9 months to imprint various data upon the primordial being of that child in her womb. So when you come out, you're going to actualize what your mother imprinted upon you. Now, if she knew herself and she had the goddess consciousness, okay, she's going to bring forth a god. You know, that's she's dealing with issue of not having grown up and been nurtured. Okay, you have to realize that all of this is imprinted upon the child in the womb. When you come out, okay, you've already been set at a disadvantage. And normally, whatever the consciousness of the mother is, she's going to raise that child up in that environment. If she's Jehovah's Witness, okay, she's going to make sure that that child is raised up getting that type of programming. If she's Muslim, she's going to raise that child up getting that type of programming. So whatever programming your mother has, or whoever is your caregiver, then that's usually the type of programming you yourself will also get. So you have to realize that that's a lot of power for one individual to have. So that when the Creator gave her that power, she was supposed to be a very good steward of that. Of course, because of the things that have transpired, the adversary recognized that, and since the war is against the black woman and what comes out of her womb, they knew that in order to destroy a race of people, they had to attack the head. The head is the wombed man. They knew that if they could reprogram her consciousness concerning who she was and how she felt about herself and her environment and that which came out of her body, that they could basically enslave a whole entire race of people. So that was one of the reasons why they did the experiment called the project.
Too often we deal with we are sectarian people. And it also comes down to people just being comfortable. A lot of times people are too lazy to research. So they would rather level new income and knowledge that would further us in this evolution of new light of understanding, because they're too lazy to research. That's one aspect of it. You see what I'm saying? Another aspect of that is that we are trained to not accept change. We hate change. Why is that? Because remember now, post-traumatic slavery is dealing with, let us make a slave, is really let us make a child. Only thing you got to do, if you want to study the mind of black people and find out how we function and say what makes them tick this way, they're so fucked up, all you got to do is study the mind and the habits of children. Children don't like to study. Right. You see what I'm saying? They like to shirk responsibility. Right. They like to play all the time. We like entertainment. Right. Children like entertainment. So half the time I got to go speak knowledge to people, I got to entertain to get it across. Right. That's a child is that type of way. You see what I'm saying? We're very petty. Children are very jealous. This my toy. Right. Oh yeah. So when you look at, so let us make a slave was to make a permanent child, pathological grown-up child at large. And children don't like change. You see what I'm saying? Don't like change. You see what I'm saying? So it's so it's more than just systematic thing. Basically, they do humanize you. We're perpetual 10-year-olds. You see what I'm saying?
Man-child.
And so just about every last one of our pathologies you can find in the realm of childhood. That's okay for a child because it's supposed to be evolved beyond that. But that's savage for black people or grown people. And they're like children like people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're a child-like people. That is a science that was put on us to reduce us to a child-like people. You see what I'm saying? That's why we accept. Children will accept what you give them. That's why we accept what the greater community give us.
That's exactly what that's not what happened.
You see what I'm saying? So that has a lot to do with it.